Good afternoon, Mayor Sinanian and members of the City Council. My name is Victor Hairapetian. I was here previously for the prior hearings that we had. I know I have 3 minutes. It takes me usually 10 minutes to say hello and an hour to say goodbye, so I'm going to do the best that I can with
3 minutes it is. It's 3 minutes.
I get you.
You just gave 20 seconds, though.
Usually my wife gives me 10, so I appreciate it. That's twice as good. I woke up November 28th in the morning, and my son asked me where I was the night before when I got home so late. My wife asked me what had happened, and I can't believe the words that came out of my mouth. I said, they passed rent control in the city of Glendale. That was an interesting moment for me, okay? And I know it's temporary, and I know we've got this moratorium. We're trying to do something better. But the reality is that right now we have this notion of rent control. So what I wanted to do, though, was not to come here and kind of sadden the moment, but I wanted to give you an update of what I thought was going to happen from that date, from that moment forward. Well, the first thing is I didn't get people calling me saying, we got to find a way around the system and raise these rents ridiculously. So I didn't get the crazy rent increases. To the contrary, what I actually got were the homeowners that were below market or were older that were concerned about this 5% cap and what that means to them. The people that were new buyers were still concerned about what was going to happen with their investment because they have issues to deal with the lenders, okay? And their concern was, how do we approach this? What happens after this? Is there a better way so that when a new buyer comes in that we can essentially provide for the protections to people if they're going to see a sudden rent increase? So I didn't see bad landlord and I didn't see bad tenants. I just saw a lot of concerned people. I certainly didn't see the effect of what was expected. And the calls that I was getting was more about, is this really even necessary? The next thing I had to do was I called the city manager's office and the city attorney's office, because the way the ordinance was drafted, what happens to existing notices that were already issued? Well, you can roll it back, supposedly. Legally, I don't think you can. I think you have to reissue a new notice. Because if the original notice is defective, there is an argument to be made one way or another. And then I had a bunch of other scenarios that were coming up, and I asked the questions to both offices. No one, not one person, had an answer. That is not how you pass an ordinance when we're dealing with the real estate economy of the city of Glendale. I'm sorry, but I have litigated over 10,000 cases in this field. I have previously been certified to adjudicate these cases, and I have also mediated these cases. And I could not give an answer. I've received calls from judicial bench officers that have asked me to help interpret the just cause ordinance, and I could not give an answer to my clients, both tenant and landlord. If we're not there to be able to answer those types of questions, we're not ready to pass that type of a law in any respect, whether it's 1 week or 1 year. Who's in the think tank at this point that's going to develop this idea? Is it people that have lengthy experiences, or is it people that are just have thoughts right now that they think are the best way to go? So I ask, going forward, that you guys understand this is what you're dealing with. These are the concerns. We go away, but we're always paying attention. I thank you for your time. Santa's watching. Happy holidays.